Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will share with you a very simple yet highly effective method to propagate orchids at home. This approach is suitable for many people, even beginners, because the steps are not too complicated, yet the results are very promising. The goal of this method is to make use of orchid stems that still have dormant buds to create new plants, allowing you to propagate your favorite orchids in a more economical and proactive way. First, we will use scissors that have been sterilized with alcohol to cut the orchid stem. Sterilizing the tools before cutting is extremely important, as it helps prevent bacteria and fungi from entering the cut surface, thereby reducing the risk of rot during propagation. When observing the orchid stem, you will notice some areas that still have dormant buds. These are very important points because they have the potential to develop into new shoots when placed in suitable conditions. Such stem segments can be fully utilized for propagation. On the other hand, in areas where the flowers have already fully bloomed and no longer have growth value, we should cut them off to concentrate resources on the parts that can develop into new plants. After cutting, I will use a small candle to lightly seal the cut surface. This step helps the wound dry faster and limits the invasion of bacteria and fungi into the freshly cut plant tissue. Next, the ingredient used to stimulate bud growth is aloe vera. Just one leaf is enough, but it contains calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and B vitamins, all of which are highly beneficial for orchid growth. Moreover, aloe vera contains salicylic acid, a compound similar to aspirin that helps the plant improve its resistance to bacteria and stimulates faster bud development. After treating with aloe vera, we let the orchid cuttings dry naturally for a short time before placing them into the propagation environment. This helps stabilize the cut surface and prevents waterlogging when exposed to high humidity. The next step is preparing the growing medium. Here, I use 1 teaspoon of baking soda mixed with 500 milliliters of water. This solution has excellent disinfecting properties, helping to clean the moss medium before using it for propagation. Place the moss into this solution and let it sit for about 20 minutes. After that, the medium will be disinfected, significantly reducing the risk of carrying harmful fungi or bacteria into the propagation environment. Next, I reuse a plastic container to create a propagation space for the orchids. This is a cost-effective method that also helps maintain stable humidity for the orchid cuttings in the early stage. When placing the orchid stem, you should avoid positioning the bud facing downward. Instead, arrange it so that the bud faces sideways or in a favorable direction for better growth later. In the initial stage, I do not water immediately because the moss already has sufficient moisture. After about 2 days, you can begin misting lightly every day to maintain stable humidity without making the environment too wet. After about 3 weeks, you will start to see small orchid plants developing clearly. This is a very important stage, indicating that the dormant buds have been successfully stimulated and are forming new plantlets. During this time, you still need to maintain moderate humidity and keep the plant in a dry, well-ventilated place. An overly enclosed or excessively humid environment can cause young shoots to rot or slow their growth. After about 3 months, the young orchid plants will become fuller with greener leaves and, most importantly, a well-developed root system. This is a clear sign that the propagation method has been successful. This result is truly encouraging, because with such a simple method, we can propagate new orchids from old flower stems. At this stage, you can separate the young plants and transplant them individually to give them more space to grow. The suitable growing medium at this stage is still treated pine bark, combined with a thin layer of moss to retain moisture around the base. This combination creates a well-ventilated yet sufficiently moist environment for stable growth. During post-transplant care, you should water with aloe vera about twice a week to provide additional nutrients and support better growth. In addition to aloe vera water, you can alternate with other natural nutrients such as banana and ginger. Rotating these nutrient sources will significantly improve the plant's development, including leaves, roots, and overall vitality. This is the plant that I have successfully propagated using this method, and the results show very positive growth. Therefore, you can absolutely try applying this method to your own orchids at home. I hope that with this simple yet effective method, you will have another useful way to propagate orchids more easily. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Goodbye, and see you again in the next videos.